How are you today, Virginia?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm so happy to talk to you. American woman. How does it feel to leave a big major company like Showtime and then to launch your own startup?
Yes, I was at Showtime Networks for 10 years. I focused on subscription marketing, distribution partnerships, and digital product development. And I was very much involved in the where media and technology met and was doing a lot of forward-looking projects, one of which was launching their streaming service. And that's when I, really realized how the media was changing very quickly and there were new services launching every day, new streaming services. And I really started to cement my thinking about how the future was all about streaming, and it was getting very complicated. We couldn't keep it all straight. Consumers were going to need help.
So in 2016, you launched your own company, CobbleCord. What's the pitch?
CobbleCord is a website and app that helps people cobble together personalized streaming bundles. The user answers a few very simple questions about what they like to watch, how they like to watch it, and their price range. And then we have patented databases and algorithms that takes that information, bumps it up against our databases and says, these are the streaming services that you should have, both free and paid. So we're trying to empower the consumer to take control of their entertainment as never before. When I was at Showtime and even prior, I was working on a lot of technical projects, and most of the time that expertise was not in-house. I became very comfortable with working with out-of-house resources and also managing very small budgets sometimes and being very resourceful. So when it was time for me to launch my startup, that was my natural thinking, is to work with on a contract basis different entities, including Pentalog, and I was able to cobble together, so to speak, a group of people that have been so instrumental in helping me bring it into reality. For me, it's, it keeps the overhead in check. The flexibility, being able to ramp up and down as needed. I don't need as many resources when I'm not necessarily in the middle of a build or the next phase of a build. So the ability and the agility is a real benefit. It actually gives me access to great talent all over the world. I have coders in Eastern Europe. I have back-end people in New Jersey. I have designers in Connecticut. I'm able to sort of cull from the best of the world. I think it's the model for the future. It depends, but, I pull from a stable of, 10 or more people on an ongoing basis, and they all have access to more resources as well. So I see it as a very easily scalable and easily contractable model, at least on the tech side and, digital product side. This is really, to me, the best way to work.
Considering the human part of things, do you have strong relationship with contractors or not?
I absolutely do. I have, as I said, been working with a lot of my contractors from day one. So we have definitely built relationships. I like to actually dig very deeply into projects and ask a lot of questions, and I want to understand what's going on under the hood. I gravitate to working with people like that.
Was money an important factor in your decision, and still?
Yes, of course, it always is, right? We're totally self-funded, which right now is very important to us because we want to be independent. We want to be flexible. The media business just really keeps changing a lot. So, we keep our resources very lean. sometimes all of the different components are not necessarily speaking to each other, but I try to encourage that. I do want to also, though, be sort of the hub where to make sure I'm really understanding what's happening. A digital product development requires that. Some people would find that overwhelming. We have, well, this whole last few months and the pandemic and, not just media, but everything's being reexamined. But media in particular for my focus, streaming has really been sort of cemented in the hearts and minds of people. Now, the default preference for people is streaming as opposed to live linear television. We are trying to digest all of this new information as we continue to refine our model, our business model. I am working on some features that will advance what we're doing, help people manage their streaming services on an ongoing basis, which right now there's really not a lot of resources out there for that. So I see that as a big opportunity. Some days I wake up and I say, what the hell did I do?